Hey folks, how you doing? It is Clay Francisco here, and I just found out about the author Newby Tag on YouTube. I've been doing this a while, like 9 months or something like that. Bopping around, trying to find video topics and stuff, liking things, following people, subscribing, excuse me, we don't follow on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, I ran into, I can't even remember who, and they were doing an Authortube thing. Okay. And I did a little bit of research and found out it was created by this woman named something Streety. Jenna Streety. But then when I watched her video, she credited a woman named Lily Meade. So, looks like I got some more research to do. But anyway, welcome to my channel. Hi folks, my name's Clay Francisco, and I'm an author. Alright, so, let's just get straight into these questions and try to figure out, why you'd even care about my videos and what I'm doing. Just to give you a little bit about the channel. I know I said I'd go straight into it, but we'll give a little preface. Preface? Anyway. I'm going to try to do DIY resources for the independent writer. Right? That's my tagline, and that's where I'm going to try to focus, because it turns out almost all of my stack, sorry, I'm a coder, my development pipeline is pretty much open source, right? I do everything through Google Docs and Inkscape and GIMP and all these other open source programs and all this free software that they don't make you pay for, Blender and Unity until after you've actually made some money and stuff like that. So that's who I am. That's what I'm about. Here are some Authortube questions. Number 1, how did you find out about Authortube? I can't remember. I watch too many videos. I've probably got 50 liked videos that I've been watching over the past 3 days, so it all disappears in the deluge. I am very sorry, but I will link to Jenna Moreci, whatever, down below, because she is the bitchin' cyborg who got me started with this whole YouTuber thing at all, and I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for her, right? And then, of course, Lily Meade and this Jenna Streety lady, who I'm actually not following, but I gotta go find them and see what they're about, too, because apparently that's what this author community is, right? I just got used to the hashtag writing community over on the Twitterverse, so we'll see. We'll see how this is going. Social media is a very strange beast. Number 2, what genres do you write in? Fantasy and sci-fi. But, specifically, I tend to write sword and sorcery, I guess, because I watched way too much Conan, you know what I mean? Like listen to the lamentation of their women or hear that, that kind of stuff. So I have a tendency to be a sword and sorcery fantasy guy. And as far as the sci-fi goes, anything with robots, mecha stuff is my jam. What's your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So my preferred writing tense is past, right? I can't get down with the immediacy of the present tense. It weirds me out. I got to be honest. Maybe I'm old or I'm dating myself. I don't know. But past tense. And then point of view, because again, I think I might be old or I read too many old books. I do the third person limited, but I'm struggling with not letting the omniscient fall into there every so often. And so I might try my hand at doing a first person book just to get some different muscles moved. To try to just stutter stop. And what category of story? I write adult books for adults, written by adults. Young adults are fine. I love young people, whatever. New adults? That's not a category. Stop that. Next. Am I a plotter or a pantser? Of the videos I've been watching, everybody's a plantser. I'm a plotter. I tried pantsing, and I get lost in the weeds, and I get lost in the details, and I need very specific, mapped out road markers. I need to know where I'm going, how I got there, and what I'm going to do to get out of that situation. And That requires plot points. Am I self-published, published, or yet to be published? I'm self-published, I guess. I already got a book on Amazon I can go ahead and link to down below. It's the first piece of fiction I ever wrote, but we'll get to some other questions. Indie publishing. Do it. Get your books out there. Don't let some big publishing house tell you whether or not your art's good enough to get in front of the folks. Put your art out there. Get yourself in the world. Promote yourself. You are your biggest advocate. If you're not going to be your biggest advocate, who else is? We're not talking about moms here. What publishing company, literary agent, or printing company are you represented by or use? We just did that. And then, if you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house or literary agent? Again, I kind of feel like I did that. I don't like being beholden to folks, right? I mean, I'm exclusively on Amazon right now for selling books, but I'm not in KDP because I don't like doing the unlimited, right? Because that exclusivity thing even weirds me out. I may end up doing it some, but I won't even just be putting my books up on Amazon. I'm going to be getting out there and doing Kobo stuff and all, yeah. What Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? So exactly, hopefully my tagline, DIY resources for the independent writer, is going to give you a clue into what I'm hoping to produce on this channel. Previously, if you look at my other videos, I've just been doing a author spread of what I do, what I'm doing right now, the books I've been reading, the trials and tribulations I've been having, and trying to focus a little bit more. Still going to give you my author updates, my writing blog stuff, but I want to make sure that I'm getting you more tutorials and more of the useful content, hopefully useful content, that is my process and what I'm doing, right? How I'm building, I designed all the logos that you're going to see on my thumbnails. I designed my own little logo and my landing page, here for the YouTube channel, and all I did in Inkscape, right? All of that I did in Inkscape. I've got cover designs that I'm trying to do for book covers as well. So I'd like to really help and contribute in that way, right? With the tutorials and anything I can do to help on the artistic side of things. When did I start writing? Well, literally 2 years ago in 2017. Bunch of friends at work said, hey, you talk a lot about wanting to write, just do it. And so I did. And I put out a 25,000 word book on Amazon less than a year later. Just do it. July 2018. Just make it happen. So that's a little scary, but what you gonna do, right? However, that's deceptive because I've been playing D&D since, I was a wee child, and I wasn't a player. I am a dungeon master, so I build worlds. That's what I do. And that, nobody would argue that anywhere. Whoever knew me, that's what I do. And also, I'm a musician, a classically trained musician, and so I spent all of those high school years, with my guitar writing prose, right? Writing songs and writing poetry and that kind of stuff. So I have a lot of experience with wordsmithing. I do not have a lot of experience with compiling that into one cohesive, active storyline with multiple plots and characters and growth and all that other stuff, right? So take that as you will. What is the first story I ever wrote? Just did that, A Tale of Karg. It's on Amazon for 99 cents. What authors have inspired your writing the most? And this is an interesting question, because I have tons of influences. Everything from the old Image comic book, the old Todd McFarlane stuff, right? The Max and Pitt, even the really bad Hulk knockoff. Anyway, all that stuff. Team 7 was my jam. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a weird comic you'll never hear about. That kind of stuff, right? And so authors that inspire me, I'm inspired by them for very strange and weird reasons. Like Wendy and Richard Penny, are probably my favorite couple ever, and they created the comic book series ElfQuest. And that has been a major inspiration just for my creative world building just in general. Robert E. Howard, the Conan, that stuff is hugely influential into just how I think characters and the worlds I create should be. So yeah, Stephen King, however, though, love his advice. If I could do and be anybody to like model my career and my advice giving and that kind of stuff, it would be Stephen King, because I love the things he says to people. I love the way he inspires people, but I don't like his books. Weird, right? Do I schedule my writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever I can find the time? Well, as you can see from almost all of my YouTube videos, I record this stuff in my car. I write when I can find the time. On this little guy, I take everywhere with me. That's it. Wherever I can find Wi-Fi, I guess. And do I type in a computer typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of both? As you can tell, I use my little gray and blue Chromebook. I love it. I use Google Docs. Just about everything I do is digital. I work digitally. I code for a living, man. So I live on the computer, and I sit my ass down and I plug right the hell back in as soon as I get home. So what you gonna do, right? That's it. Those are the questions. That's the Authortube Newby Tag. And that's Clay Francisco's version of it. So if that sounds like something that you're even remotely interested in, I would totally appreciate the subscriptions and the likes and all that other kind of crazy stuff. I don't even know which all of that is, comments and that kind of thing, because I'd love to get in touch with all y'all out there in the author blah 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 communities, right? Because that's what we're here to do. Yeah, we're here to platform and we're here to shout from the mountaintop, buy my book, but at the same time, we're also here to have a good time, support each other, and read. Because the only reason we like doing this is because we're out there to read awesome books, and maybe one day one of those will be ours. Right? So, I hope y'all are inspired to go do what you need to do. I hope that y'all folks can inspire me to do what I need to do, right? Because, go authors. Go have a great time writing. See you around.